It was about 3 weeks ago on holiday in Kenya. We had a little private time away together with some friends, and I just decided that it was the right time, really. We've been talking about marriage for a while, so it wasn't a massively big surprise, but I took her up somewhere nice in Kenya and proposed.
It's very romantic. There's a true romantic in that.
There is.
And you said yes, obviously.
Of course, yes, yeah.
Thankfully.
And you knew you were going to do this from day one of the holiday, or you waited till the end?
I'd been planning it for a while, but as every guy out there will know, it takes a certain amount of motivation to get yourself going. So I was planning it, and then it just felt really right out in Africa, and it was beautiful at the time, and I had done a little bit of planning to obviously show my romantic side.
Okay, you've been on holiday a while, so did you see this coming? Was he getting a bit nervous and jumpy?
No, not at all, no, because we were out there with friends and things, so I really didn't expect it at all. I thought he might have sort of maybe thought about it, but no. It was a total shock when it came, and very excited.
And you produced a ring?
Yeah.
There and then?
I did, yeah. I'd been carrying it around with me in my rucksack for about 3 weeks before that, and I literally would not let it go. Everywhere I went, I was keeping hold of it, because I knew this thing, if it disappeared, I'd be in a lot of trouble. And yeah, because I planned it, it went fine. As you know, you'll hear a lot of horror stories about proposing and things going horribly wrong. It went really, really well, and yeah, I was really pleased that she said yes.
And it's a family ring?
It is a family ring, yes. It's my mother's engagement ring. So I thought it was quite nice, because obviously she's not me around to share any of the fun and excitement of it all. This was my way of keeping her sort of close to it all.
And I guess we better have a look at it. What kind of ring is it? Are you an expert on what's...
I'm not an expert on it at all. I've been reliably informed it's a sapphire with some diamonds, but I'm sure everyone recognises it from previous times. So.
And
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You're going to be in envy of many.
Well, I just hope I look after it.
Yeah. She loses,
but no,
she's in big trouble.
it's very, very special.
It has to be said, you both look incredibly happy and relaxed.
We are. We're like sort of ducks. It's sort of very calm on the surface, but the little feet going under the water. But no, it's been really exciting. We've been talking about it for a long time, so for us it's a real relief, and it's really nice to be able to tell everybody, because especially the last 2 or 3 weeks have been quite difficult not telling anyone, keeping it to ourselves for reasons we had to, and it's really nice to finally be able to share it with everyone.
And you obviously have kept it a secret, so when did you ask Kate's dad, and what did he say, and what did your respective parents say when you told them? Well,
I was torn between asking Kate's dad first, and then the realisation that he might actually say no dawned upon me. So I thought, if I ask Kate first, then he can't really say no. So I did that way round, and managed to speak to Mike sort of soon after it happened, really, and then it sort of happened from there.
Kate, what did your mum say?
Well, I think as any mother would be, she was absolutely over the moon. And actually we had quite an awkward situation, because I knew, and I knew that William had asked my father, but I didn't know if my mother knew. So I came back from Scotland, and my mother made it didn't make it clear to me whether she knew or not. So both of us were there, sort of looking at each other and feeling quite awkward about it. But it was amazing to tell her, and obviously she was very happy for us.
I mean, one of the things that's been clear actually for a long time is you very evidently have a close-knit family, and family is very important to you. Yeah,
no, it's very important to me, and I hope we'll be able to have a happy family ourselves, because it's been they've been great over the years, helping me with difficult times, and we see a lot of each other, and they're very, very dear to me.
People are bound to ask, it's a bit of an obvious question, but children, do you want lots of children? See what comes? What's your...
I think we'll take it one step at a time. We'll sort of get over the marriage thing first, and then maybe look at the kids. But obviously, we want a family, so we'll have to start thinking about that.
Going back to the start, because I think people, as I say, will be very curious about the totality of your relationship. When did you first set eyes on each other, and what did you think?
Well, it's a long time ago now, Tom. I'm trying to rack my brain about it all. But we met at university at St Andrews, and we were friends for over a year first, and it just sort of blossomed from then on. We just spent more time with each other and had a good giggle, had lots of fun, and realised we shared the same interests, and just had a really good time. She's got a really naughty sense of humour, which kind of helps me because I've got a very dirty sense of humour. So it was good fun. We had a really good laugh, and then things happened.
And Kate, what did you think of William? I mean, he's clearly not quite the same as meeting your average, you know, university student. Maybe it was, I don't know. But what was your first impression?
Well, I think when you said, I actually went bright red when I met you and sort of scuttled off, feeling very shy about meeting you. But and actually, William wasn't there for quite a bit of the time initially. He wasn't there for Freshers' Week, and so it did take a bit of time for us to get to know each other. But we did become, you know, very close friends from quite early on.
There's a story that goes the rounds that you had a picture of him on your wall.
There wasn't just one, there was like 10, 20.
He wishes, no. No, I had the Levi's guy on my wall, not a picture of William, sorry. Sorry.
It was me and Levi's, honestly. Yeah.
So you ended up sort of in the same flat. Was that, if you don't mind me asking, before you were going out, or?
We moved in together as friends, and then because we were living together, we lived with a couple of others as well, and it just sort of blossomed from there. Really, we just saw more of each other, you know, hung out a bit more and did stuff. So yeah.
You like my cooking?
Well, your cooking was all right. It's got better.
Does William ever cook, or indeed do anything useful around?
Define useful, Tom.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. No, he does actually. He did cook for me quite a bit at university, and it would always come with a bit of angst and a bit of anger if something had gone wrong, and I'd have to wander in and save something that was going.
So being honest, is that a skill that's declining over time or improving?
I would say I'm getting better at cooking. Kate would say I'm getting a lot worse.
I didn't give you enough chance to practice, though, maybe.
No, that is true. I get quite lazy about cooking because, you know, when I come back from work and stuff, it's the last thing I want to do really is spend loads of time cooking. But when I was trying to impress Kate, I was trying to cook these amazing fancy dinners, and all that would happen was I'd burn something would overspill, something would catch on fire, and she'd be sitting in the background just trying to help and basically taking control of the whole situation. So I was quite glad she was there at the time.
Slightly awkward for the other flatmates, or?
No, to be honest, they were perfectly happy with it. They were used to it, watching me sort of catching things fire, and you know, they found it very amusing.
But I mean, having the two of you going out in the flat, or did they just not bat an eyelid?
I think at first they were sort of a bit surprised that it was what happened, and then they realised it was really nice and it was good fun, and we got on really well. They were good friends of ours as well, and so we had a good giggle with them as well.
Now I suppose a lot of people are going to wonder, first meeting with the families, again, not necessarily your average meeting. Kate, what was your first impression of the family?
Well, I was quite nervous about meeting William's father, but no, he's very, very welcoming and, you know, very friendly. So yeah, it couldn't have gone easier really for me. But yeah.
Meeting the grandmother, the Queen, not again like your average meeting with the grandmother. Was that, you know, nervous about that too? Or?
Well, I first met her at Peter and Autumn's wedding, and again it was in amongst a lot of other guests, and she was very friendly, and no, it was fine.
She's very welcoming. She knew it was a big day and everything was going on. Peter and Autumn were there and things, and she wanted to meet Kate for a while, so it was very nice of her to come over and say hello, and we had a little chat and got on really well.
You're clearly tremendously fond of each other's families, and I'm guessing that is going to be, obviously transparently, it's going to be a big part of your life going forward, both your lives. Yeah, definitely.
Well, as you know, Kate's family, she's got a very, very close family, and I get on really well with them, and I'm very lucky that they've been so supportive. Mike and Carol have only been, you know, really sort of loving and caring and really fun, and have been really welcoming towards me, so I felt really part of the family, and I hope Kate's felt the same with my family.
People are bound to ask, you leave university, you've been going out a bit, and you split up, famously, all over the papers. What was all that about? I mean, people are bound to want to know.
Well, I think, to be honest, I wouldn't believe everything you read in the paper. But you know, in that particular instance, we did split up for a bit. But that was just, you know, we were both very young. It was at university, and we were sort of both finding ourselves as such and being, you know, different characters and stuff. It was very much trying to find our own way, and we were growing up, and so it was just sort of, you know, a bit of space and a bit of things like that, and it soon worked out for the better.
And I think I at the time wasn't very happy about it, but actually it made me a stronger person. You find out things about yourself that maybe you hadn't realised, or I think you can get quite consumed by a relationship when you're younger, and you know, I really valued that time for me as well, although I didn't think it at the time. Looking back on it, I you know,
a
I
chance
think.
to re-centre yourself.
Yeah,
is that it?
definitely. Yeah.